When I look out into space, when I look up at the sky, when I look up at the sky, and I look out into space, and I see all those stars, I see all those clouds, I think of how many stars there are, and how many galaxies, and how many solar systems. And I feel so small. And I feel so insignificant in the greater scheme of things. What of my problems? What of my issues and all the stuff that I have to deal with? What does that really mean in the bigger scheme of everything? You know how many times I hear that statement? You know how many times I've read that comment? There's no right or wrong. I'm definitely, and without a doubt, believing that that's a sincere feeling. But it drives me crazy. It drove me crazy. And you might even be somebody who once upon a time has, received a reply from me. And it's always been sincere and it's always been cool. There's no point in judging or saying, hey man, you're dumb. Did you ever think to, what's that? There's no right or wrong. Of course. When we stand next to something and look at something else's size, and that size is massive compared to our size, okay, sure. Your instincts or something is just comes over you and may come over you and may make you feel like I'm small. I'm small compared to this. And even if that was true, an additional thing happens where not only do you say, and this is what I piece multiple things together, which really, sort of drive me crazy. But because of that size difference, because I could see something that's so massive compared to my size, that makes me feel, not only does it make me feel small, or it's a reminder of how small I am, but when this word is tacked on to it, it starts to get questionable for me. When I feel insignificant, when we think of the vast size and scale of existence, of the universe, of our solar system, okay? The human race and our civilization being, in a general sense, a modern, identifications of it. Let's say around 2 million years, right, and stuff like that. Other genus and family, other family versions of Homo being genus, whatever. I don't mean just sapiens, but so let's say about 2 million years, right? Oh, 2 million years compared to the time frame of the solar system, of the Milky Way galaxy and stuff like that. That's a blink of the eye. So all this stuff, everything that's ever happened in the human race and human history and stuff like that, that's just a blink of an eye. And again, I think, cool, it certainly is true, certainly is a fair perspective. Yes, it is in a blink of an eye. But why are things that are in a blink of an eye insignificant? In the blink of an eye, there was such compassion, there was such love, there was such horror and devastation, such sacrifice and selfishness that reverberates throughout existence, throughout distinction, throughout awareness, throughout life. In the blink of an eye. It's not, in fact, all this video here and all these vlogs is to just broaden our perspectives. There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong, and one perspective doesn't mean that you have to get rid of the other. Of course not. Of course not. The best thing is to have all of them working together and stuff. So, in fact, if we have all of this in the blink of an eye, in just one, boom, you have all of this, I would say that that's actually the most complex, dynamic thing ever. Let's see if we can expand on that, or at least marinate with that, right? Okay, let's think about that again. Do you understand what I'm getting at? If the universe, let's just throw out some basic numbers, some traditional numbers that they're obviously changing. If the universe is 14 to 16 billion years old, okay? And everything that we have that we can at least measure from our side, okay, what we have for that 16 billion, right? Now, just stop right there and take just that little bit that I've just set up, okay? Now, look at the carbon-based biological, chemical biological occurrence that's happened here on the earthal plane. And all of this dynamic complexity, all of this awareness, this consciousness of things, all of whatever, okay, all of that happened in a blink of an eye. You got on one side, you got the existence, you got on one side, you have the universe, 14 to 16 billion years, right? And then you have on our side, and in that split second of a moment, in that almost infinitesimal interval of time, of distinction relative to the 16 billion years, in that moment, look at everything that we have. Look at everything that's happened. Why would you say that that's all insignificant? All of that, I want you to take that split little interval of moments, whatever you want to call it, whatever I could use to drive home the point that that's very small, okay? Other than the word insignificant. Insignificant isn't a great word to help you drive home the point that something is very small. Something that's very small is not insignificant. Is not even by default. And need I bring in the electron? Need I bring in subatomic relationship behaviors? Okay? There's no default rule, okay, in matter or existence that says the very small things are insignificant right away. So, take our blink of the eye and bring it over here and give it the time frame that the universe has. Give that blink of an eye 14 to 16 billion years. 14 to 16 billion years of combative behavior, of hardship, of war, of subversion, hatred, killing, love, compassion, understanding, sacrificing, selfless sacrificing, dedication, righteousness, honor, and helping and caring. Boom. Stretch that for 16, and then you tell me how insignificant that blink of an eye really is. It's not insignificant. Your logic should tell you the exact opposite. It's brilliant. It's almost miracle, pretty much, right? It's almost miracle-like. In the blink of an eye, in just the fractions of a moment of time, in scale of the universe, we have all of this. We have all of this. We have life forms that have developed, that have been able to sustain. Okay, we have manifestations that have taken the physical, okay, part and are able to operate with that and they are able to look at themselves in third-person perspective. They're able to look at the universe, look at existence. They're able to fathom these things, think about these things. They're able to say that there are things I can't fathom. Even that is dynamic and massively complex. To say, to even understand that there may be things that you'll never understand is an incredible understanding. So when you look out at the scale of everything and stuff like that, okay, hopefully that massive size compared to your small, little small size should also kind of tell you how amazing you are, how amazing all of this is, how not insignificant all of this really is, how state-of-the-art all of this is.